Good morning, I'm Bill Pitcher with GEM Electronics. What I want to talk about this morning is the emergence of HD, TVI, CVI, and AHD, and the components that are necessary to create a perfect picture like you see on the screen right here. Typical standard analog products will not give you that great picture. You need a high-performance Baylin, good for HD, TVI, CVI, and AHD. They come with video power, and I also have 4, 8, and 16 channel hubs. To start with, this is a high-performance modular plug. The reason that we call it high performance is that the wires do not stick out through the front of the connector, thereby creating an antenna. And when you get up into 1080p, the resolution is of such a high number that you want to make sure the connection is absolutely perfect. What's great about this connector is that internally, there are lead-ins in the back of the connector which will guide the wires down into the channels. There are 8 slots, and they're like little raceways. So the termination of the connector is very simple. You just guide it in. The wires go right straight in. Then you take this crimp tool, put it in, and crimp it down. And you're done. The next connector, which is very important, obviously you'd use the RJ45 connection for Cat5 cable, but if you're using a coax cable, which is good about HD TVI, you can either use coax or twisted pair. Now what GEM has just invented is a very, very new item, and it's almost a miraculous design. What we call it is the Universal Compression Connector. It is in fact a compression connector, which is by design the best electrical and mechanical performance you can get. But this connector is good for all the cables, all the way from RG59 plenum to 6 quad shield, so you don't have to have an independent connector for each type of cable. It is sort of the newer version of the connector that I invented 13 years ago, which had the 3 ferrules in the bag, the 30100. You strip the cable, a quarter of an inch. You put the contact on. Now you're going to watch, I'm using RG59 plenum here. Contact goes on. I fold the braid back. I take the connector and push it on the cable. Take the crimp tool, take out the RCA head. Put in the BNC head. And crimp it down. That's good for RG59 plenum. Now I will demonstrate it's the same connector for RG6 quad shield. Take out the contact. Put it on the cable. Fold the braid back. Take the connector. Guide it on. Take the tool and crimp it. And there you have one universal compression connector that'll terminate all your cables from an RG59 plenum size all the way up through an RG6 quad. So you'll never have to have a special connector when you go out on the job, and every time you go on a job, no matter what cable it is, you're going to have the connector. You can check all these products out on my website, www.gemnetworkproducts.com.